Hi, I'm Marie.
I'm Dom.
And we are the couple behind Vanlife Sagas. And we... Since... Ay, ça va être long, man. And we are the couple behind Vanlife Sagas. And since October 2019, we've been living full-time in this van, our Promaster 2014.
Choosing your truck can be a daunting task. I don't know what the word daunting means, but I read it somewhere on the internet. We get a lot of questions regarding the Promaster. Why did we choose it? And is it really the perfect truck for van lifing?
So in this episode, we're going to be telling you why we chose the Promaster, and it starts now.
In 10.
No.
9.
No.
8.
No. Intro.
7.
Intro. Launch. Intro.
Whirlwind of love of my darling. Whirlwind of love of my dear. Whirlwind of love of me. Just a hurricane from the sea.
So is there a perfect truck for van life? The answer is no. Video's over.
No.
There's no perfect truck for van life debate. So yes, there is a perfect truck for van life, but it's not the answer you expect. The perfect truck for van life is going to be the truck that answers your set of priorities. And I learned that with Miss over here. Don't focus on the type of the truck, focus on what you're going to do with it. And Marie has her tools.
So I had a list. We had a list.
You had a list.
We had a list. We had a list of 5 priorities of things that we wanted to take in consideration before buying the van. And number 1 was budget.
The budget.
Budget! How much do you want to spend on the van itself and how much do you want to spend on the conversion? Because these are 2 different things. Because at that time, you had just sold your Jeep because you wanted to buy the van.
Yes, so we knew that in the bank account there was $25,000 Canadian.
Yeah.
And this is the amount we wanted to spend on the truck only.
Yeah.
And that was very helpful because it canceled already a lot of options.
Right, yeah. So number 2 is your daily use. What do you want to do with the van? Is it just a weekend trip? Is it for long vacation? Do you want to work from the van? Do you only want to sleep from the van? Are you 2 in the van? Are you 5 in the van? So these are things that you have to take in consideration. In our part, we needed a vehicle that would sit and sleep too. Yep. You needed to work a lot.
Yes, so I needed a place to have a table, an office, a way to like put my cameras on on a countertop somewhere.
Yeah. Number 3 is Number 3 is comfort.
Number 3, baby.
Number 3 is comfort. Do you want to be able to stand in your van? Do you want to have a lot of cargo space to put hiking gear or shoes or paddle boards, name it? So
for us, comfort was really important. We need to be able to stand up. So right there, you canceled half of the options I had in my mind earlier before.
Because you're 6'1".
So we could not buy a smaller van or a minivan or a panel truck. That was not an option anymore. So the options are narrowing down very fast.
Yeah. Number 4 is driving. Do you want to be driving a very long truck? Do you want to be able to park in a regular city parking lot? These are questions that you need to answer.
For us, we wanted a very short truck.
Yeah.
Because some spaces here in Montreal, for example, are very hard to park if you have a 21 feet long truck. Some spaces in the United States as well, you cannot park anywhere with a very long truck. So we wanted a short truck that was not longer than a traditional pickup truck. And that was very important for us just because we didn't want a big vehicle to drive around. So it's simple, but again, it's narrowing down your options.
And then the last one is your mechanical skills. Do you have any mechanical skills? And the answer is?
Nope.
0. None, nothing at all.
Your level of mechanical skills is very important because, for example, if you're looking to buy a Westfalia or an old truck, you are going to need to fix it sometimes. Some are easy fixes and some are very hard. For us, since the level of mechanical skills are close to 0, we could not afford an old truck or a hard truck to work with.
Right, so these main 5 priorities, budget, comfort, daily use, mechanical skills,
and driving.
Are the things that we took in consideration before buying a Promaster.
So looking at her priorities, our priorities, we realized soon enough that one of the best options on the market for us was the cargo van. We needed something short, something wide, something high, something with many options that comes in many different dimensions, something easy to fix.
Yeah.
So
Not so expensive because we had $25,000 for the van itself.
And the cargo van is a very flexible option
Yeah.
for people wanting to convert a truck.
Yeah.
So in the end, there was a big fight between the Promaster 136, remember we wanted a short truck, the Sprinter 144, and the short Transit, I don't remember the wheelbase. And the Promaster won for very personal reasons.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong. The Promaster is a very ugly looking truck. Looks like it ran nose first into something very hard and it never recovered. It's like...
It's not that bad.
It's super ugly.
No,
like
it's not.
Super flat.
It's not ugly.
Plus, the driving is kind of weird. You feel like you're driving a school bus, but in a very smaller truck. And the overall look and feel of the vehicle is kind of odd.
But isn't that the same with all cargo vans, though?
No, the Sprinter is very comfortable. It is very comfortable to drive. It's almost like a car.
So we chose it for 5 main reasons: volume, dimensions, driving, engine, price.
There you go.
Number 1, dimensions.
Remember, we wanted a short truck to be able to drive everywhere and a wide truck so I could sleep sideways. Well, you know what I
On the
mean.
width.
Yeah, on the width of the truck. The Promaster is among the widest cargo truck out there. When we tried it, I tried the Sprinter sideways, I tried the Transit sideways, and I could not fit even when there was not even walls. So the other trucks were not wide enough.
Now let's mention that this is the 2014 model.
Yeah.
It may have changed, and we don't know. It may have changed.
And the competition probably kept up with
Right.
different sizes. But
Yeah.
in 2014, that was the only wide truck available for us.
It was the widest.
Yeah, it was the
of the
widest,
trucks.
by far.
Number 2 is volume. When you get in the Promaster, it's really wide. It's like a big box. And compared to the Sprinter, the walls are a bit more like this. As in the Promaster, they're a bit more like this. So we felt, and even our dads, we felt it was easier for us with no experience at all in building vans. It was easier for us to build in a truck with walls like this, like a big cubic van. Number 3 is driving.
The Promaster was designed by Italians for European streets, which are narrower than the streets we have in America. That means the Promaster has a very short turning radius. It can get in and out of very tight spots quite easily. You can basically do a U-turn on a normal street.
That's true.
So that was, when you try it, you'll notice it's very easy to drive.
Right. And number 4 Number 4 is price.
Price.
Now the Promaster is not cheaper than a schoolie or
Or an old beaten up truck.
Yeah. However, when you're thinking of converting a secondhand car, Promasters offer various options, especially here in Canada, like DHL, other
Canada Post.
They mostly use the Promaster, so it's really easy and cheaper to find a secondhand Promaster than it is to find any other van.
Or any other price range with the same kilometers of used trucks.
Yeah.
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 Promasters, we gotta say, there were a lot of cheap options with low mileage.
Yeah.
A bit more than there was in the Sprinter category, and that's why we chose the
One of the
Promaster.
reasons
Yeah.
why we chose it. And number 5 is engine.
In the Promaster, you have a 3.6 liters Pentastar V6 engine. For ordinary people like us, just remember it's one of the most used engines in North America.
Yeah.
That means you can break down in New Mexico, and the mechanics over there, even in smaller towns, are going to be able to repair your truck no matter what. So far we had problems in Arizona, Quebec, and a bit in between, and no one ever asked complicated questions. They were like, well, we have all the parts and pieces, you just have to wait for a few minutes and we're going to fix your truck.
Really easy.
Waiting for European parts was not an option for us, and waiting for trained mechanics was not an option for us as well. So that was enough for us to convince us to buy Vanessa here. Just remember, set your priorities, narrow down your options, and make your choice. If you go in that order, and if you don't get all too crazy about trucks you like, you might end up finding your trucks faster than you think.
Yeah.
Simple as this.
Now, in the next episode, we're going to be answering one of the questions we get the most after why we chose the Promaster,
Oh, yeah.
and it's what's the layout of your van and how you chose that layout, and that makes you excited.
And that makes me excited because we're finally going to shoot our van tour explaining all of this.
So all the components, why we chose this fridge instead of this fridge, why is it located there, why do you have this
Kind of water system,
Yeah.
pump system, ventilation,
Everything.
heating,
Everything.
cooking,
Everything.
We're going to
Everything.
give you all the links. You can buy everything on Amazon and rebuild it if you want. See you next week.
When I made a lonely heart.